What is up, everybody? My name is Justin Alvarado, and welcome to the MVP podcast.
Sir, hi, I'm your co-host, Myko Garcia, and I'm here to welcome our guest for today's episode. Another DLSU household name, but this time we're going to the football scene. So for our guest today, we have Mauro Acot. What's up, man?
Yes,
Hi
sir.
guys, how are you doing?
We're
Good,
good. We're
good.
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 Thank you again for coming on the show, being our guest.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's an honor. So, you just
Okay.
came from training, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually, this training was studying my competitors. It's a
Oh,
different kind of training. I was watching a PFL game. That's what I told Miko earlier.
Mm.
Like
right.
I have a
It's Michael, by the
4:30.
way.
Miko. I always say
Yeah, sorry,
Miko.
sorry. I know
I
it's
keep
everyone,
doing that.
everyone gets it. Everyone does that. But
My
yes,
bad.
go. Then you continue. Yeah.
So yeah, I train. I came after training, but today's training was studying my competitors and
Wow.
the game. But then this morning I did train, and wow, I did my fourth
Okay.
fitness test. The one I told you guys earlier.
Right.
And every time I do my fitness test every week, my stats keep increasing.
Wow.
And yeah,
The
I
grind,
don't want to
man.
share. I don't
It's
want to share it
real.
though, because I don't want to. I don't want people to catch up.
Right.
But yeah, but yeah.
All right. That's great.
Film sessions, huh? Yeah,
Film.
sessions today.
Yeah.
That's solid. That's solid.
It's pretty cool how it's really like incorporated to training.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Uh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All your enemies gotta watch out now, man. The speed
Oh no.
and you watching them? Oh my god.
No, no.
They ain't gonna be
I'm
ready for
just.
you.
Yeah, I have to be ready all times.
Yes,
But yeah,
yes.
today's
Yeah.
train was very, very tiring.
Okay.
Oh man, looks like you have a real strict training regimen. 'Cause I
Oh,
remember
okay. So
before, yeah. Yeah, go
sorry,
ahead. Like I remember
because
before you had like 6 a.m. trainings back in school.
oh yeah, yeah, we
Man, I
do.
really see.
Hey, so the ones in LaSalle, that's a different story. 6 a.m. trainings, we student athletes, we would have to wake up. Well, if our train's at 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
I'd have to travel there. And I'd have to wake up at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? So
Wow.
30 minutes
Yeah.
to prepare, like dress up, make double check your stuff to bring, and I have to head off, have a small lunch, a small breakfast, like some energy,
Okay.
and
Mhm.
then leave around 5:20, 5:10, and then
Mhm.
get to school at 5:40, right before training, as long as I'm early. And that's, wow, that's really tiring. And now I'm doing things on my own again. Keep doing my personal training more than what's supposed to be given.
I see.
Yeah, chasing the
Okay.
dream.
For sure, for
All
sure.
right. Okay.
Very,
So let's start things off with okay, we so you gave us like a glimpse of your training and how hard you work, the schedule. It's a grind, right? And you know, ideally when we, go on the grind, we get to those moments wherein we feel like the grind is worth it, right? You know, I feel like there's moments in life when there's just the feeling that okay, you know what, the grind has paid off, right?
uh,
So for you, can you talk us through maybe your most memorable goal? How was the
oh,
Most
experience?
I'm
How was the
memorable.
excited.
play?
Oh,
How was the celebration?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm
ah,
excited. I'm excited for this one.
yeah, this is gonna be an
I'm
emotional
excited.
one.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's my most memorable goal
Mm-hmm.
would have to be my first goal in UAAP.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. But yeah, it's on my Instagram. But it's a goal where I beat a defender and then I sidestepped him, and then
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
you saw
Yeah.
that, and then it
Yeah.
was in front of the whole LaSalle community, and everyone
Mhm.
was yeah, and that was
Yeah.
against Ateneo, so it was a big game. All right, so that was my favorite goal because there's so much meaning. Like
Sure.
I don't
I
know how you
bet.
guys like if you're going through, a lot of mental issues
Right.
and
All the adversity.
a lot hard work
Yeah.
and because I came on like when I got in that game, like my coach didn't start me,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I
I
think
would but
I watched this game, man. I
you
watched
watch
this.
this game live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
live in Rizal, right?
yeah, I was so eager in the bench, like
Bad.
the ambience from the stadium, like my heart was beating every time the drums came. I was like, I want to be in that pitch. I want to help out. I want to score
Yeah.
for the team. All that. It was just coming, and then my emotions were like starting to build up now. Like this is where it was getting bad. Like I started thinking of myself. I was like, wow, the coach doesn't want me anymore. But then my heart just kept beating. So
Sure.
I still believed that I was gonna come in. And then my coach was like, he saw me looking at me when I was on the bench. I was looking at the game. I think he saw my desire to play. And
Okay.
then so Coach
Wow.
Hans was like, Mauro, warm up. I was like, oh my gosh, finally.
Let's go.
Then when he made me
Nice.
warm up, it took some
Yeah.
time. Like I was like, yo, it's been 10 minutes. You're warming me up too much. Like, what are you doing? And then I was like the noise you can hear everyone shouting and I'm like, ooh. And I was like, damn, I wish I got to start, but I didn't because for so many reasons. To start off is my relationship with my teammates and my that time I was injury prone. I
Okay.
was prone to injury.
Right.
So when he called me, he was like, Mauro, get on. I was like,
Oh.
damn, I didn't think of anything. Like I was like, fuck, I'm gonna. My bad, my
It's okay.
bad.
It's okay.
It's
It's
I was
alright. It's
okay.
like,
alright.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Go
okay.
yeah,
on. Go
okay,
on.
okay. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Like, you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And during those times, like, as an athlete, I'm not. How do you say this? First of all, I'm not disciplined. I'm not fit.
Yeah.
My pride and my ego relies on my
Yeah.
talent and what I can do
On
with
the
the ball.
game. Right. Right.
Yeah, so I really want to knock myself when I was that young. But then,
Right.
other than that, when that happened, when I got in the pitch, I saw the ball. I saw everyone. The game was going fast, and then when I
Yeah.
got the ball, things just happened.
That's
Like
what. Right.
it
Right.
clicked, and I
Instinct.
just
Instinct.
yeah, instinct. It relied on talent. And after that goal, I wanted to tell everyone that this is just the start, and then it was just the
Oh.
start.
For sure.
And I was doing so well before those games. I was in training. I would be scoring goals and performing.
Right.
And I just needed that confidence, and then that just proved that I can play even in a higher level and with
Right.
potential. And I was glad the coach saw that. And Coach Hans, my first time, he went up to me. He was like, "Good goal." I was like, "Whoa."
Oh, and to get that from Coach Hans, oh my
Yeah,
God. Sure,
yeah.
man.
He said that he dropped his pride. Like he literally went up to me after
Sure.
training, personal talk, and he was like, "Mauro, good game. Good game. Nice goal."
Yeah.
Even if we lost, like that was like, yo, we lost 2-1. I tried to
Right.
equal. I almost scored the second goal from a long shot and a
Right.
header, but then got unfortunate. But imagine if
Yeah.
I did though. But I was not fit. So that thing was something to remember, and that was the start of my passion for hard work, my gritty attitude. You know what grit is? You know what grit
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
GRIT, the passion and perseverance in long-term goals. Because during those times, I'm always that shortcut, like copy paste, or I just want.
Right, right, right.
And now I'm looking at the bigger picture. So I'm happy I learned that from there. So yeah, that was the most memorable. And then from there, I started talking to football agents and
Wow.
other coaches.
Just because of that goal, huh? Wow.
Because what's this? That goal? Some so many different countries.
Yeah.
They commented on Facebook, and they were not from. They just saw that goal, and it just
Right.
resonated to them. They were
Right.
like, wow, that type of footballs in the Philippines, they were like that. And then
Wow.
I'll give you guys a backstory. I have a teammate. His name is David
Yeah.
Reyes. Shout out.
Alright.
He
Uh huh.
he was one of those people who saw me from the other side of the world through a monitor. And
Right.
he was in Singapore. He was there working on the subway. And when he saw that goal, he was watching. He was like, "Wow, who is this guy?" And he's like, "I want to play for the school." Like things like that. He's just like, "I want to play for the school." And then all that intuition
Wow.
build up. And then he ended up going
Yeah.
to the school and playing for us. But he didn't make the cut last season. But yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
to hear that from him, because like there was a time I was having a bad moment in my dorm, because we dorm in Laguna. I was
Okay.
just having a bad, because I had to undergo mental training, so it's another type of, yeah.
Yeah,
And then he told me, "Mao, you should always look up," because I looked up to you through the monitor.
yeah.
And then I was like, "Damn, bro."
That's
I was
so
like,
much
"No way you no."
inspiration,
I was like,
man.
"No way you watched that."
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that goal has to be the most memorable for me. It's the start of new
Wow.
things in life, a new chapter. Yeah. That was so long just to talk about
I
that.
know.
But it's a
Sorry,
great
guys.
story.
That's man.
It's a
Now
great
we
story.
understand why it's your most memorable, man. Like it was a tipping point for you, like that goal.
It was.
Oh
Because
man.
imagine my first year when I played against, that was my second year, that goal. My
Yeah.
first year when I tried to score against Ateneo, again,
Yeah.
almost scoring again, but the keeper
Yeah.
saved it fingertips and Harvey was in front of me, their
Yeah.
favorite player.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, every Ateneo game, I always have this opportunity. And then this one I was able to take. Finally, after a year, thinking of not scoring. Because I'm a midfielder. And they during those times, they put me winger. But of course, it's not my forte to play winger because I'm not fast or I'm not fit, basically.
Right, right,
But
right.
now it's a different story.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So getting that goal was getting rid of all the past thoughts and everything that was weighing me down. So
Wow.
that's why it's memorable. So yeah.
Wow. What a story, man.
Yeah. Like
That's really like an athlete story.
it was the perfect storm.
Yep.
Like, it had a backstory. It had the La Salle Ateneo kind of feel to it, and like it was a first as well. It
Yeah.
was, and
Michael,
then
you weren't you there?
Yeah, I
uh,
was that man.
Michael
Man, it was
maybe I
crazy.
wasn't there. I don't think so.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was crazy. No, I remember. I remember. I think Harvey was the one that scored the goal to make it 2-1.
yeah, too.
It was Harvey, right? Yeah, I watched that game. You know?
Did you see the goal? The one I scored? Or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did? Oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you a story, man. I'll tell you a story. Like I remember so vividly actually. So I was in the stands, right, and we were on that part of the game when we were down 1-0. So there's this group of guys to my right. I'm assuming they were football players because they were really like talking and saying stuff about the game. I think it was Javi Coscuela who was there. He was my friend from Zabel as well.
Hmm,
I don't know
I
if you
know
know.
that guy.
Yeah, and I think it was him. But I overheard saying, "Man, they should put in Mauro Acot because he could do something." He was saying they should put.
What? No way, bro.
No,
No way.
no, no
No,
lie, no
no.
lie,
Ah.
no lie. Because
No.
the game, like for some reason in that game, like the offense was being stagnant. Like I'm not a football expert, but like from my opinion, like that's what was happening. And then the crowd to my right was like, "Yo, they have to put in Mao, man. He could do something. Like something could happen from him. Like he could be. Oh my god, I remember that, bro.
Yo.
He did that goal. Yeah, I remember that you tossed it over the goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it went? Yeah. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
It's cool
You
how
know,
these things like line up.
I
yeah.
know, like such a small world, bro.
Right.
No way. I can't believe it.
For
Because
real. And when was this game? Like a year? Oh, a year.
2 or 3 years ago.
I still remember it. Oh my god.
Because that's making me realize people believe in me more than I did.
Sure, man.
That's
For sure, for sure.
that's crazy, bro. Like, oh, Jesus.
Yo, everyone better watch out, man. We got a
So,
motivated star right here.
No, 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 no.
Watch out. You ain't ready for this beast mode to come out.
Beast mode.
But okay, so okay, that was a crazy story, and it's it's amazing how things just lined up. But take us through the process of, let's go back to the grind.
Okay.
Um, how was Coach Hans as a mentor in your
Right.
time
Go
in the
chance.
Yeah.
UAAP?
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially since
he's
you
a wonderful.
mentioned it meant a lot when he complimented you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Coming from coach with that magnitude. Um, how's Coach Hans? I don't know. It's mixed feelings because you're with everyone there and everyone has something to say. But for me, um, he's a coach that you know made me hit hard life. Like made me realize what rock bottom feels like, and makes me how do you say this? Embrace and endure, or
Yeah. Yeah.
like love the moment. And
Yeah.
with all this, it started off when me and Coach Hans, I was supposed, I won't say the school. I was going to different schools, getting different offers. And I also was targeted to go to the States. And I won't mention the school because, yeah, and I don't want people saying
Right.
stuff. A lot of people talk, nowadays, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's best to just be quiet about things now. And,
Okay.
anything you say, people just build
For
up. It's
sure,
like,
man.
like a snowball, like when you roll it down a snow, it just gets bigger and
Yeah.
bigger.
Bigger and
Right.
bigger
Those are
and
the type
Right.
bigger.
those are the type of people that have so much things to say in your life. So I won't say anything about the schools and
Of
stuff, but
course. Yeah.
then when I was there, I told him I had two options. Coach, because that time LaSalle was under the scholarship thing limitation. Like they're not open to scholars. And of course, a football player like me needs a scholarship. So I'm not here for ACADS. But of
Right.
course, when we get into that stuff, I put ACADS first.
Right.
But
Right.
during that time, I want my football to take me there. So
Okay.
when I was there, I came to training late, bro. Imagine 15 minutes late, and you're gonna see Coach Hans. What do you think he's gonna
Oh my
say?
god. Oh,
Like,
he's gonna run you down.
15
He's gonna
minutes
be like,
late.
he's gonna drop the
right,
bomb on you.
if you thought you had your terror prof get mad at you
Right.
for all this stuff, you should feel the pressure and amount of I don't know lactic acid building on your whole body
Yeah.
without even working out.
Yeah.
Just going to see him, and then
I know.
first
I
word,
know.
but the first words he was
Intimidating.
like, "Why are you late? Why are you late?" He said, "Omaro, you're late, but go join the team already." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Wait, coach, I came late for a reason though. Aren't you gonna ask me that?" And then so I was like, "Coach, I'm sorry I'm late, but I had a talk with a coach last night, and we had talked for 2 hours and all that, and I had to make a decision now to it's either I train with you guys, meaning I get into LaSalle and I get the scholarship, everything, or I leave now and finish my papers with that other school,
Okay.
or yeah, at that time."
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "What's your apprehension with the school?" And I was like, "Huh?" And he just kept blabbering, like he was so mad, like this, that. And then after that, I was like in my head, like, not having this. Like, why would I even want to be here now when you're all saying all this negative stuff about me, saying
Okay.
like the school is nothing. You're not gonna blah 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 blah. And I was like, I was not having this. I was slowly like detaching, and then he was like,
Okay.
Mauro, the team wants you, the coaches and I want you. And as soon as I heard that, I just like,
Boom.
okay,
Okay.
now I'm interested in LaSalle because I don't know this coach. I like no pride aside, nothing. I really don't know
Right.
this coach because I'm not really open to the football news and during those
Okay.
times. So I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
who I was talking to as well. But I
Okay.
did know who he is as a person who
Football. Yeah.
was so scary. And
Okay.
so hearing that from him, like it's like a stranger telling you, "I believe in you," you know.
Okay.
And that was the key moment for me to transition to LaSalle, and that's the reason why I adore him because he's a wonderful coach. When I was there, he's always a step ahead of me. Mauro, you're
Oh,
like
I
this, you're
see.
like that. I want you to get fitter. I want you to do this, that. So he molded me. And then when
Right.
things got bad for me, like I started getting in my head, he'd always you know try to flip and push me back down so my head doesn't explode. So
Right.
I'm back down in rock bottom, and then I start building the foundations again. And yeah, I love him as a coach because he gave me a new life for school and helped my family with the scholarship.
Okay.
So that's why I love him. And he's a very disciplined coach, which I think some people, what's this, misjudge it. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have a disciplined coach, how else will you improve in your life? Like
Exactly.
imagine team players and teammates showing up to training late and all that.
Right.
He's a gift that
Okay.
only he's a great coach that make great players only if that player can absorb all the heat that he's given.
Okay.
So
Right.
yeah. So yeah,
Right.
that's why
Yeah.
yeah, coach hands.
And I'm sure there's really a reason for why he's that tough and that,
Hmm.
like I said, this like he really puts the discipline in place
Hmm.
for it.
He does.
That's really how you make a good team, right? Like everyone has to be on the same page. Make sure
Yeah.
that.
Because imagine if you're too good. I remember having a coach who's too nice. And
Mm,
Right.
everyone just abused him by, oh, coach, this, that. I'm like, what's the point of the team if no one's willing to take the responsibility? So
right.
yeah. And he's the coach who lays down the foundation for a football player. But it's up to us if we can handle his pressure. And
Okay.
if you know how the saying, I don't know if it's a saying, but they say
Yeah.
diamonds are made out of pressure. So
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
that
we
was my
go. There we
mentality with
go.
him. Yeah, that's my
I like
mentality
that.
with
I
Coach
like that.
Hans.
That's a
I like.
good picture because a lot of people, I would say, are just have the impression that he's intimidating because of how he acts and carries himself. But it's good that you painted the whole picture because there's a reason why he does these things, and the reason being it's all for the betterment of the team, development of a player. you know
It is.
it's
You
tough
know,
love.
Tough
like
love.
if I had to say who's the best coach, I would not pick any because there's no such thing as a perfect coach or the best coach. There's always a coach that's gonna lack something. Like I have a coach who's so good, so nice, but he lacks the discipline. I have a coach who's there's always a lack. There's no perfect. So Coach Hans though is like the epitome of the grit and grind and the pressure. So yeah,
Okay,
Hey.
so talk to us about the transition from the UFL and the UAAP. Like, how is the competition different, and how has the transition been?
this is gonna be a juicy topic.
Juicy topic.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
because oh, okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so start off the difference between UFL and PFL. UFL now is called PFL, but during
Okay.
that
Oh,
time,
okay. I see. I see.
that's the PFL. Right now is the professional league, but UFL that time was a semi-professional league. So that kind of
Mm,
granted my access to LaSalle or UAP schools. Because for sure, if I played pro, I don't think the UAP schools are accepting.
okay.
So there's a rule when you play pro, you can't play for.
It's true. It's true.
But I'm kind of like fascinated how volleyball players. I have friends who are pro and then they still play in LaSalle. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, that's the thought.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the difference between UFL and UAP, you're saying
Hmm.
right? UAP.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, UAP, you'll get culture shock
Culture shock.
because yeah, culture shock. Like when I went in the game, dude, everyone here is like trying to kill you. When you get the ball and there's one on your right, left, behind you, they're gonna kill you because their fitness is their priority. Like
Mm.
fitness
I
is the
see, I
game
see,
changer in college. If
I
you're the
see.
fittest, you're the meanest, and
Okay.
everyone's out there to kill. In UFL, it's a professional league, so everyone's respecting everyone. So when you have the ball, you have time to dribble it all, but it depends on the team and the player you're up against. However, when I was playing in UFL, I was given a lot of opportunities to hold the ball. And of course, during that time, I wasn't that much of a team player. I'm like that solo player, but still provides for the team.
Right.
But then when I was playing in UFL, like imagine I'm playing against pros. I played against Schro. Oh, I'll give you this one. Played against Schrock. I was able to get a ball. I have a CV of it, but it's not clear. You know
Okay.
Schrock, right? Do you guys know Schrock?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's.
no,
Football player.
but it's like
Do you
go
know
on, go on.
Philip? Do you know Philip husband and them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He played for
Okay,
the Ascals,
Schrock.
right?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
this is Philip husband and James. This is Schrock.
Okay,
That's
I
the
get the
level I'm
idea
talking
now.
about. This guy,
Yeah.
this guy played against big players and professionally. He played with the best players in the world,
All right.
like Mauro Acot, those guys in the
Wow.
Bundesliga. Yeah, he played
Wow.
against them, bro, and he played with players who were earning salaries of millions of pesos a week.
A
Wow.
And
week.
yeah, you know Bundesliga, you know the Premier League,
Right.
right? You
Yeah,
guys know
yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League,
yeah. For sure.
like Manchester United and all those other
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
teams.
Yeah, yeah.
He played in the German league, which is just like the Premier League. It's called the Bundesliga,
Bundesliga. Right.
and yeah, that was shock. So anyway, to cut to the story, I nutmeg him, and the type of player he is, he doesn't like
Oh.
nutmeg like the
Yeah,
ball
yeah, for
goes
Yeah.
between
sure.
your
It goes in
legs.
between the legs. Yeah.
Bro,
Man.
this guy freaking pulled me, bro. He pulled my shirt, my whole body down.
Yeah.
And then he was
I'm
like,
not gonna
sorry,
let you
sorry,
do that
sorry.
to me. I'm not gonna let you do that to me.
sorry, sorry. Yeah. And it
uh,
was, I'm not saying I'm good, but like to pull
you do
that off
that, yeah.
is a big thing.
And, and just have
And
the
to
balls to
pull
do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to pull that off as well as I wasn't fit, like I just relied on my
Yeah, yeah,
what I can do with the ball. Not I didn't rely on bro, like if you tell me to run like a lot and get that time, I'd die. Like my fitness would just
yeah.
burn.
Right.
But then it's funny how I survived all that through talent. When they say talent, that's when I remember when talent doesn't work hard, hard work beats talent.
Yes, sir.
That saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, when I went to UAP, it's very fast paced. In UFL that time, the pace is like medium, high and low. When I mean
Okay.
the pace is like if you have the ball, you can decide what to do. You can think, but you have to make sure you're very skillful. Because if you have bad touch in UFL, you can lose the ball easy. In UAP, however, bad touch or not, these players are coming for you. And just imagine these guys are fit. They're gonna everything, bro. They're from the province. They're from God knows
Mm.
what. They're
Right.
really fit. So that's the difference with UFL and UAP during my experience that time.
I see, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure in the collegiate leagues, like what you said, fitness
And
is
I
their
honestly, yeah, it
yeah.
is. But honestly, with that time, I thought I was like, wow, UAP's actually harder than UFL.
Wow.
But at that
Yeah.
time, I thought because like I got culture shock, so I was overthinking a lot of things.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I'm sure these UFL teams, when they play against these college teams, it's nothing. But then the feeling of pressure is more
Yeah.
important. So
And
yeah,
for the school as well. So there's that
yeah,
added.
pride for the school. That's another
Yeah.
thing. And oh
Right.
yeah, there's a difference also. I can say the fans
Yeah, for
in
sure.
UFL, it's like your family and friends. In UAP,
Yeah.
bro, you're bringing
Mm.
the whole community of you.
Yeah, I know, I
Like
know.
let's
Okay.
say LaSalle Ateneo, bro, that's like thousands of fans.
Yeah.
Not thousands, but a thousand, or less than 1,000, 500 to 1,000. When
Right,
you're
right.
talking UFL, bro, it's like 40, 30, 20. That's the
It's
type of
not
people
that
I was
big
watching
yet.
these games.
I see, I
But
see.
during that time, football. If you look football now and on, if you're watching live later, 8 p.m., you're gonna
Yeah.
see 1.4 thousand, 2,000, 4,000 people watching the game. A
Wow.
regular match
Uh,
during, yeah, it's a big
So it's
transition
really
already.
growing, huh?
It
The
is
local
growing.
scene, the local scene. Can you say that the local scene is kind of like developing at a faster pace now?
It is.
It is.
That's good to
I'd
hear.
I'd s- I'd have to say the pandemic is the is like giving them the success they need because
Hmm.
everyone's eyes on them now. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Because they have nothing to do. They're just gonna. You're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
Philippine Football League. I didn't know we had that, and it's just popping. It's always on social media, so everyone's just gonna start seeing it. So
Yeah.
yeah, football's becoming big. Hopefully, it's sustained. It's sustainable.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they're lucky that they're having coverage as well, like media coverage.
Yeah,
Right? Like I
nice.
think before, I'm not sure if the UFL games are being,
No,
um,
there weren't, bro.
right,
They
right.
only some games, and yo, like sucks. Like I was seen on TV when I played a match, but that was just one game out of 6 games I played. It was
Oh,
bad. Like the support was bad. But I'm glad it's all happening for the better.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. If you dig that video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. And last but not least, don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any video.